So these profile increase its solubility that make me easier to extract all the potential from this amazing Zero Azul. Alright, to start, the first beverage I'll be serving you today is gonna be your espresso. Before that, I'll be preparing some espresso for my milk beverage to cool down the temperature a little bit. Then infusing these ingredients with my espresso for my signature beverage. And I'll be back to you in just a second. Thank you guys. Alright, now going back to the technique I've talked about earlier. This Zero Azul has a beautiful aroma and complex flavor. But in order to serve you a different experience of drinking espresso from processed geisha, I've discovered two technical aspects that help me to maximize another potential of this coffee, which is sweetness and texture into the final cup. And the first technique I'll be using, I call it dual grain size. As you can see in the booklet in front of you, that I'm playing around with finer and coarser of the espresso grind size. For the finer one, I set it to 1.5 in this particular EK, allowing me to extract higher at around 23%, which will create more of sweetness and tactile, but less of acidity. So for the coarser one, I set it to 3-step coarser, which give me a little bit lower extraction at around 20%. They will create more of aroma and also acidity, but less of sweetness. So instead of aiming for setting between those grand size and not getting even both components, I'm blending these two grand size into the water filter. So by using 20 grams in, which consists of 15 gram finer and 5 gram coarser, extracting to 40 grams out with approximately 25 to 27 extraction time, and the temperature of the machine are set to 93 degrees Celsius. So this technique gives me 21% extraction yield, allowing me to extract more sweetness, avoid sharpness of the acidity, ensuring me that both brand size will complement each other and give the best possible flavor experience for you to enjoy this espresso. This technique also makes me realize how small factor can bring huge difference into the results. Then for the next technique I'll be using is the aeration process. It's kind of process that introduces air into the liquid in order to remove dissolved gases. In this case, carbonic acids. As we know that carbonic acid will most likely present unsmooth texture, also muted flavor in our espresso. And today, for my espresso, I'm using the tools that really works well in the wine industry to remove dissolved gases. It's called aerator. So aerator helped me to introduce air into my espresso that will reduce the carbonic acids quicker, creating a better tactile experience, increase the flavor quality, giving a smoother texture, as well as pleasant finish. So these two also cools down the temperature to 70 degrees Celsius for your optimum sensory experience. So for these I rented espresso, please look for the jasmine, refreshing maple orange, cherry, peach reduction. This coffee has a medium acidity, high sweetness, medium weight, juicy mouthfeel, smooth texture, and lingering to the finish. So I'm pouring this coffee to the aerator. Right. This coffee is amazing. I hope you guys enjoy this coffee as much as I do. And I've prepared the pestle in front of you. That's for you, the spoon. Please enjoy. It's for you. Enjoy. And this is for you. Enjoy. Ready for the next beverage? For my milk beverage, please look for the notes of orange ice cream, vanilla milkshake, and butterscotch. In this beverage, I'll be focusing to highlight the sweetness by using 120 ml cup, which consists 1 part espresso and 3 parts milk. Please enjoy. You're welcome. For its base, instead of using a dual grind size, I'm using only the finer grind size with a recipe of 20 grams in and 30 grams out. This will create more viscosity and highlighting the orange sweetness. Also, I did natural aeration for this milk. By giving a resting time earlier, they will result in reducing the carbonic acid naturally. Enjoy. Also lowers the temperature to 55 degrees Celsius. With both temperature of the espresso and milk in equilibrium, the milk beverage I'm serving you today will be more balanced and just at the right temperature for you to enjoy. Alright, there you go. Enjoy. You guys good? Great. For my signature beverage, could you guys please open the booklet for me, please? Thank you. Yeah, amazing. In this beverage, I'll be focusing to highlight every good component I found in this Salut Azul. That's not only come from its variety, but also from few aspects that help to maximize the quality. And for the main ingredients is 4 shots of Salut Azul's espresso I made using only the coarser grind size to focus on its aromatics quality, with a recipe of 20 grams in and 50 grams out. For the downside of this recipe, I might lose some flavor, sweetness, and complexity. But to bring back them together, I've prepared some ingredients that will enhance all of those components into this beverage, and also using the method that represent the technical aspect I used for my previous beverage. Alright, to bring back the sweetness and flavor that were developed by roasting process, I choose peach reduction. Reduction has a similar concept on enhancing the natural sweetness and flavor from this particular fruit. And I made these ingredients using 1 part peach, 2 parts water, boiled for 10 minutes with low heat, then strain it out. So I'm adding into this beverage about 20 ml. This also elevates the start sensation of my signature beverage. So next, to maximize the intensity of flavor, also the aroma, I have prepared 2 different ingredients that I infused along with my espresso earlier. I also replicate the dual process technique in order to control the flavor intensity of each extracted ingredient. Representing the final one, 3 grams of pineapple that has been freeze-dried, then crushed into smaller size in order to get a natural sweetness, also intense flavor from these ingredients. But what's unique about these ingredients, it will transform its flavor into the orange sensation in my signature beverage. On the other hand, 2 grams of dried jasmine buds, which has a bigger size than pineapple, so similar to the coffee. This will create a flavor of jasmine in this beverage without being too overwhelming. And I choose the AeroPress to quickly filterize all of these ingredients because it helps with pressure. So don't worry, I will bring to the table. Give me a second. Thank you. Alright, things up here, right? Cool. Final move is to balance all the ingredients together. 5 ml of orange blossom honey. This will also increase the viscosity and complexity of my signature beverage. And last but not least, to represent the aeration process, I'm going to aerate all of these ingredients together by using a hand blender for a few seconds. So this is another way to introduce air into this beverage in order to get a similar effect on creating smooth texture in this beverage for you to enjoy. And I'm serving this beverage using a frozen brandy glass filled with ice to rapidly chill these ingredients without diluting it. This glass also helps you to gather the aroma to the nose and taste a better texture in your mouth. So to enjoy, swirl for a few times and hold it from the bottom. Inhale the jasmine aroma. Then you might take a sip. First sip, you will experience the thick mouthfeel, that's smooth. There you go. Enjoy. And after that, take another sip to enjoy the refreshing peach, cherry, orange, and caramel finish. Alright, thank you guys for your time and time. Huh?